And a good day. It's so good to be with you. I'm Jackson Mitchell. You are looking live on the right side of your screen at a story we covered earlier this morning, or really this afternoon, when three were killed in an Los Angeles Sheriff's Department combat training and bomb training facility explosion. Officials provided an update a little earlier in the afternoon. For now, we will watch in silence the procession. Let's watch there as you see the line of patrol vehicles at all four these three fallen officers in the explosion. I'll let you guys listen in. So again, what you're watching there is this procession for the three killed in this LASD explosion. It is those three officers who served yet so inside this facility, this training facility, to be later killed in an explosion. 5:31 p.m. in Los Angeles, California. This feed via the Fox 11 station there in Los Angeles, KTTV. Our thanks to them for this shot. The motorcade you are watching is traveling and will continue to make itself down the road. I'm told that the people in the first parts of the procession are officials, high-ranking officials at that, with the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. We know this is a number of agencies that are helping in all of this. Let me get you guys some more information. Again, three deputies killed in this explosion. They were veteran Los Angeles Sheriff's deputies who specialized in arson explosives. They were killed when a military style ordnance rather detonated at a training facility on Friday morning. That is according to authorities. One of those two military style devices exploded, killing all three deputies. Now, it wasn't immediately clear why the explosives had to be moved to East Los Angeles. The explosives could have been rendered safe at the scene or handled more securely in a bomb-proof container. That is according to sources to NBC News. I do want to read a story from ABC7, which is the local station. I love to read local news when we're talking about these events because they have the sources that are on uh, the ground. A procession is being held, no, right now that you are watching, and they're transported from the scene to the coroner's office. The incident, which was believed to be an accident, was reported to all have begun around 7:30 a.m. On the Pacific, on the West Coast rather, so 9:30 a.m. here in Brooklyn in the Central Time Zone, at a training facility in the 1000 block of Northeastern Avenue. That is according to LASD, the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. We covered this story a little bit earlier in the day, when this had all begun. And as they're on the interstate, I must note that this procession is extending for, I mean, I would vow to say a mile. This is a long procession for all three of the officers. I'm gonna see if we would be able to get another shot uh here of what is occurring. It might not be able to happen. We might just have to stick with our feed here as we continue to monitor the procession here for the three killed in this deadly explosion. Okay, so we do have another feed that we are able to pull up on your screen. Uh, Take a look there. So the feed on the left side of your screen is from KNBC, the local NBC station. Meanwhile, the video on the right side of your screen is from KTTV, the local Fox station there. We will be monitoring both of these. I do want to go full screen though over to this scene if we can here. Give me just a moment. And we can take you to a full screen of this scene. Live look there. That is according to KNBC. Our thanks to them for that shot that they are showing. I think what this begins to even show is how far this extends, how far this moment extends throughout the law enforcement community. Okay, so you guys are not able to hear it, but I'm listening into the live feed from KNBC. They are westbound, uh, and they will exit in Soda. If you take a look at the other side of the road, their traffic, you see that they have slowed down. You may have seen there just a few seconds ago the beginning of the trail, the beginning of rather where that traffic begins, and you have seen that they have room to keep going. Obviously, traffic at a time like this, 5:38 p.m. in Los Angeles, ski a little rough. But to see that they have even slowed down shows how important really this moment is. Let's go over to KTTV shot where they are showing a different look at the beginning of the procession, the motorcycles leading it. Then in those three trucks there are where the bodies are, according to and you see them continuing to move. That is where those three fallen officers and where they are going at right now is the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office. You see their traffic at a complete standstill, officers blocking the road. A moment of solidarity, a moment that I think really just deserves some attention. This was just beginning, as we were coming on to the airways. This moment, literally, I had pulled up the feeds to get ready to do some live coverage of some different events, seeing if there was anything major that we were able to cover, and now you are watching live this procession, uh, for 3 killed in the LASD explosion. Currently, they are right now on North Chicago Street, it appears, or rather Marengo Street, Cornwall Street. I'm sorry. I'm reading the maps here from what I see. It's unclear maybe where they're at as they continue to travel. I want to go back to our NBC News feed, our NBC KNBC feed. They are showing officers on the side, on the street, really just showing their respect, paying their respect for these officers that have fallen. And let's go back over to KTTV as you see them officers. I will watch for anything more that comes about that we can air on here on BN. So, of course, full credit goes to the local news organizations, their staff, their crew that is working to get these feeds for us. They are right now passing a hospital. I just saw ambulances there. You may have seen that as well. Those are the officers there that are being shown with their hand um, saluting, paying their respects. You see some people looking abroad with their phones, videoing this procession, that hospital there. Let's go back over to this KNBC shot where we have police, it appears, some type of, whether it's LAPD, LASD, someone there paying their respects. As we go back to this KTTV shot, I would note that how this all came is kind of unclear. We know that there was some type of search warrant issued. They possibly there. This is all just kind of putting few pieces that have been given by each people together. They find something, but they transport it from the scene to their training facility, and at that point in time, uh, which NBC News sources, kind of analysts, I should say, noted that maybe it's unclear why they did not, focus on not detonating, getting this explosive to not detonate while they were there. It's unclear how this all happened, but a procession at this hour being held for those fallen uh in this scene. And when you talk about putting the blame on someone, I think first of all, much too early to even consider doing such thing. But these 3 officers could have just been bystanders, to this. It's so unclear what has occurred here. The pieces still being put together, but again, at this hour, the focus on getting these people to the coroner's office, of course, maybe focusing on a determination as to what the cause of death was exactly. Of course, likely it's gonna be burns, but, it's something that you must focus on. You are continuing to watch this procession. If you're just joining us, we're watching a procession for 3 killed in the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department uh, training for bomb and just special forces in general facility. Uh, some type of explosive exploded, leading to the death of 3 deputies. the procession taking them from that East Los Angeles training facility to the Los Angeles coroner's office. And that is what we are watching for now. You see, uh, this could be the coroner's office. We're watching it as it pulls in here. There are officers with the sheriff's department and LAPD outside of their vehicles. We have seen that saluting, paying their respects to this deputy. The vans are now making their way to what appears to be the coroner's office. Let's go to both of our feeds that we are watching this hour. Again, I want to note the left side is KABC. I'm sorry, NBC. My dear apologies to that station. NBC, KNBC, the NBC station there. Meanwhile, we're watching the local Fox station as well. We likely are going to a point at this procession where we have to cut they have to kind of pull back and because they will of course have to take the bodies. I'll zoom out on that NBC feed that we have as we monitor it. Uh KNBC there on the left side of your screen, KTTV, the local Fox station on the right side. We're watching it all. You see the vehicles now pulling into the coroner's office. Meanwhile, over on the NBC News side of things, you see that there is lots uh, of Los Angeles Sheriff's deputies there, hands clutched to their sides as they pay their respects to three of their own that have fallen today in this explosion. There is so many vehicles, and you guys are unable to hear the NBC station that I'm listening to, but I'm listening into it. You guys can hear it, but I can. And they are saying that the procession is so long that they are just now reaching a point where they have exited the freeway. I mean, it could have been 6 minutes ago, maybe more than that. But at this point in time, the front of the procession exited the freeway. I mean, I would argue to say it was longer than that. Onlookers also taking videos of this moment. That Fox feed appears to be showing some type of movement. Maybe some officers. Can't see it full screen here. Let's go full screen over there. Some officers there. Uh, of course, it does at a time become a moment when we have to monitor and kind of just watch and be very, very careful as to what we are showing on our airways. I'm sure that since we are using other news feeds, they are going to be careful as well because this is their airways. And look at the amount of vehicles there. I mean, it is just insane. And I would also say the officers may not even be carried in a way that is to be shown to the public eye. We will see there as we continue to watch this. Let me do this quickly. I want to go over to our NBC News, KNBC team, their team there, and they have a better shot at those two vehicles, three vehicles, all together. We'll see who and if we begin to see some type of removal of the van of that. I will note I'm not showing that on my airways for the respect of the three families that lost a loved one and we are still awaiting for the full and entire procession to end. You see another shot there from KTTV, the local Fox station there, showing what appears to be Los Angeles Sheriff's Department officers kind of walking around there, possibly getting ready for some type of movement here to take out the bodies of these three fallen officers. We are going to continue to watch here. Um and see what happens. Again, this is a live look here at a procession, if you were just joining us, for three sheriff's deputies out of Los Angeles County that were killed in a fatal incident that occurred when an explosive that was taken from a scene to the East Los Angeles. I'm sorry, but rather to the East Los Angeles. Let's go to. So that's kind of the feed we have. The KTTV feed. The only other feed we have is from NBC News, the NBC4 station there, where they have now begun to do live shots from reporters. They're organizing the vehicles there now. I'm watching the 4 station. I wonder if we can go back to it. We'll be very careful here, and we'll go straight back to the other scene. They're organizing the vehicles, but we have lost our KTV shot. They have zoomed out now. I'm assuming in respect for the victims' families here. So we'll continue monitoring that event there. Vehicles, fire trucks now arriving onto the scene there. Let's go back over to KNBC. I want to be very careful because the reporter is doing a live shot actively. So this is from the reporter's live shot views. So as soon as we begin to see a zoom out here, we'll take you. Showing the American flag hanging over Marengo Avenue, where families there are where the 3 victims were just carried under in respect to their victims. That KTTV shot that we were just watching, we have lost it. You see them flying over Los Angeles. You're able to see how big that city is compared to here in Arkansas. Nothing quite that big here. So we have been watching throughout the last little bit a procession. The bodies we expect as soon as all of the families here have stopped. We expect there to be some type uh, uh, a moment, of course, not that we are likely to share it on our airways, but a moment when the bodies are carried out and taken into the coroner's office after that procession there. We have completely lost our shot uh over for KTTV. That shot is now black. So what we are going to do here, I'm gonna take you guys straight to me, and I apologize that this is, of course, uh not better. We do have to have some type of shot here of this procession, whether that is a shot that has graphics over it or whatever, but we do have to have something, unfortunately. Let's go. We will now go to the KABC station there. We'll see what we can get from it. Excuse me. So we are soon to show you this feed from KABC that has give me 1 second. I'm changing just a few things for you guys to make sure the experience of this entire moment and that the feeds that we are using are completely credited. I do just want to make sure like everyone is completely credited because this is again the hard work and dedication from these teams. It's not my hard work. It's totally different than what I'm doing here today, which is kind of piggybacking off other networks' coverage. So we are able to show it on our airways because it is a story that we've covered throughout the day because it all began really right after we came on air. We had a press conference, we watched it together. So let's go now to a KABC station there that is live streaming this all, and I'll turn their volume down just a little bit here if you watch it. as we are listening in to their feed here, showing the line of officers from LAPD, LASD. Assume we might be able to get a shot and maybe them taking the victims' bodies out of the um vans from the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office. Continuing to watch here, continuously seeing officers there in this moment as they pay their solidarity to this. Unfortunately, we have lost almost all of our feeds here. We were forced to use local news feeds. So what we are going to do here, while we do love local news here, unfortunately, don't want to seem like it's that I'm being a bad person or treating local news in a way that's not the best, using their feeds, of course. So what we are going to do, we are going to step away from our coverage here on this day, a somber day for many in Los Angeles County, as three of their own deputies have been killed in an explosive device after it exploded at a training facility for kind of these, I would say high ranking in the command system, but rather like these tactical units, excuse me, bomb squads, and just force people of high intelligence, was what I should say there. So, while it has been a pleasure to be with you throughout the last about 27-30 minutes here, we are going to take a quick break and we are going to restart our coverage back to our regular Brooklyn News Live. We'll talk about the events of the day, break down kind of what's going on. If we have anything too crazy happening, we'll talk about it. Things winding down on this okay. Sorry, excuse me there. Just checking in on a few things. Okay. Things winding down on this Friday. So that is going to do it for me today. I will be back Monday, though. I'm sorry I said I was restarting our coverage. We're actually not going to do that. I'm going to be back Monday for more Brooklyn News Live, likely. We'll have more stories up on our web pages and so much more. You have been watching Brooklyn News Live. I'm Jackson Mitchell on this special day as we monitor this procession for 3 kills in the LASD explosion. News, breaking news that occurs throughout the nation. You guys know where to go. Brooklyn News Live and right here on Brooklyn News. I'm Jackson Mitchell. Have a great rest of you guys this evening.